My legs shall appear on your stone, so that all who pass shall know that you have hung an innocent woman.
Is it a legend or not?
You don't think that the legend is true?
Hi, I'm the tombstone of Jonathan Buck. Jonathan Buck was the founder of Bucksport, and there are two stories that are roaming around the town of Bucksport about Jonathan Buck and his legend, but only one of them is true. First, I will tell you the story that is not true. The story that is not true is the one where the witch was burned in a fire, and her leg rolled out of the fire, and her dwarf son picked up her leg and buried the leg where Jonathan Buck is now buried, which is where I am now placed. Now this is the legend that is true. Jonathan Buck had a mistress. Her name was Ida Black. He still had a family back in Cambridge, Massachusetts, though. He told her that she had to go. She didn't want to leave him, so he had her hung. But before he hung her, she said that her foot would forever dance on his grave. So she said that her foot would forever dance on me. And that is the true legend of Jonathan Buck. This is some photos of some of his family. Let's hear what the people think about the legend.
The witch's curse and things like that. So I don't know, they was probably had them earth and drugs around. They got tooted up one night and come up with a story.
Was cursed?
Yeah.
Well, I think that maybe he murdered somebody. Is that right?
How he was related to the witch?
How he was related to the witch? Well, supposedly it was his mistress, I guess.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
Why he was cursed. The story as told to me was that he supposedly had a romantic relationship with a witch, and then he went either back to his wife or back to whom he was with, and the witch cursed him for it.
The story is told that the boot appeared on the stone because I believe, what was it? I think something happened to the witch and her leg got cut off, and so that was a sign that she was haunting the town or haunting him, and that was her legacy left on the stone to prove that. And they've changed that stone out, and it reappears.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know who cursed him or how he was cursed. All I do know is that the boot appeared on a stone. And then they did away with the stone and tried it again, and it reappeared. And that's pretty much all I really know.
So that's, I guess, Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, that's all I know.
Thank you.
Buck was cursed. Okay. Thanks. Do you know anything about Jonathan Buck involving the legend?
No.
Not a lot of people know about the curse.
Came up. Buck first came here, I think, about 1759, because he was still an officer with the British. They came to Fort Powell, just as Stockley Springs down here on the bank, and helped set that fort up. And that's how I kind of liked the area. But then he got the charter from David Marsh in 1763, and he sailed his ship Sally out of Haverhill, Mass, and sailed up the Penobscot River and landed here. And he first settled down in the area by Mings, in that area. We're in that area, and he first set up the first sawmill on that stream that comes down that hill. So, and it was great for fishing. Bucksport was fishing and shipbuilding. So Bucksport was always fishing and building ships. We used to have a fleet that would go to the banks, the Grand Banks fishing fleet.